Welcome. Today we are looking at hormonal coordination. This is topic 7 in your SS3 biology series. This topic frequently appears in your examinations. Pay close attention. Let us begin. First, let me explain what hormonal coordination is. Hormonal coordination is the regulation of body functions by hormones. Hormones are chemical messengers. They are produced by endocrine glands. They are secreted directly into the blood. They travel through the blood to target cells. They bind to specific receptors on target cells. This triggers a response. Hormones regulate many body functions. These include growth, metabolism, reproduction, and homeostasis. Hormonal coordination is slower than nervous coordination. However, it has longer-lasting effects. It is essential for maintaining the body's internal environment. Now, let me explain the endocrine system. The endocrine system consists of endocrine glands. These glands secrete hormones. The major endocrine glands include the pituitary gland, thyroid gland, adrenal glands, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. The pituitary gland is the master gland. It controls other endocrine glands. It is located at the base of the brain. The thyroid gland is located in the neck. It regulates metabolism. The adrenal glands are located on top of the kidneys. They produce hormones for stress response. The pancreas is located in the abdomen. It regulates blood sugar levels. The ovaries are located in females. They produce estrogen and progesterone. The testes are located in males. They produce testosterone. The endocrine system works with the nervous system. Together, they coordinate body functions. Now, let me explain the pituitary gland in detail. The pituitary gland is the master gland. It is about the size of a pea. It is located at the base of the brain. It is connected to the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus controls the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland has two lobes, the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. The anterior lobe produces several hormones. These include growth hormone, thyroid-stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, follicle-stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone. Growth hormone stimulates growth. Thyroid-stimulating hormone stimulates the thyroid gland. Adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the adrenal glands. Follicle-stimulating hormone stimulates the ovaries and testes. Luteinizing hormone stimulates ovulation and testosterone production. The posterior lobe stores and releases hormones. These include oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. Oxytocin stimulates uterine contractions. Antidiuretic hormone regulates water balance. The pituitary gland is essential for hormonal coordination. Now, let me explain the thyroid gland in detail. The thyroid gland is located in the neck. It is butterfly-shaped. It produces thyroid hormones. These include thyroxine and triiodothyronine. These hormones regulate metabolism. They increase the rate of metabolism. They affect growth and development. They are essential for normal brain development. The thyroid gland also produces calcitonin. Calcitonin regulates calcium levels. It lowers blood calcium levels. The thyroid gland is controlled by thyroid-stimulating hormone. This hormone is produced by the pituitary gland. Hyperthyroidism is excessive thyroid hormone production. It causes weight loss and increased heart rate. Hypothyroidism is insufficient thyroid hormone production. It causes weight gain and fatigue. The thyroid gland is essential for metabolic regulation. Now, let me explain the adrenal glands in detail. The adrenal glands are located on top of the kidneys. They have two parts, the cortex and the medulla. The adrenal cortex produces several hormones. These include cortisol, aldosterone, and sex hormones. Cortisol regulates metabolism and stress response. It increases blood sugar levels. Aldosterone regulates salt and water balance. It increases sodium reabsorption. Sex hormones are produced in small amounts. The adrenal medulla produces adrenaline and noradrenaline. These are also called epinephrine and norepinephrine. They are involved in the fight or flight response. They increase heart rate and blood pressure. They prepare the body for action. The adrenal glands are essential for stress response. Now, let me explain the pancreas in detail. The pancreas is located in the abdomen. It has both endocrine and exocrine functions. The endocrine function involves the islets of Langerhans. These are clusters of cells. They produce insulin and glucagon. Insulin is produced by beta cells. It lowers blood sugar levels. It promotes the uptake of glucose by cells. Glucagon is produced by alpha cells. It raises blood sugar levels. It promotes the breakdown of glycogen. These hormones maintain blood sugar balance. Diabetes mellitus occurs when insulin production is insufficient. It causes high blood sugar levels. It can lead to complications. The pancreas is essential for glucose regulation. Now, let me explain the ovaries in detail. The ovaries are located in females. They produce estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen is produced by the ovarian follicles. It stimulates the development of female secondary sexual characteristics. These include breast development and widening of the hips. Estrogen also regulates the menstrual cycle. Progesterone is produced by the corpus luteum. It prepares the uterus for pregnancy. It maintains the endometrium. The ovaries are controlled by follicle-stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These are produced by the pituitary gland. The ovaries are essential for female reproduction. Now let me explain the testes in detail. The testes are located in males. They produce testosterone. Testosterone is produced by the Leydig cells. It stimulates the development of male secondary sexual characteristics. These include facial hair, deepening of the voice, and muscle development. Testosterone also stimulates sperm production. The testes are controlled by follicle-stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These are produced by the pituitary gland. Luteinizing hormone stimulates testosterone production. Follicle-stimulating hormone stimulates sperm production. The testes are essential for male reproduction. Now, let me explain the mechanism of hormone action. Hormones exert their effects through specific receptors. There are two main types of receptors: intracellular receptors and cell surface receptors. Intracellular receptors are located inside the cell. They are found in the cytoplasm or nucleus. Steroid hormones use intracellular receptors. These hormones are lipid-soluble. They can cross the cell membrane. The hormone receptor complex binds to DNA. This regulates gene expression. Cell surface receptors are located on the cell membrane. Peptide hormones use cell surface receptors. These hormones are water-soluble. They cannot cross the cell membrane. The hormone binds to the receptor. This triggers a signaling cascade. This leads to a cellular response. Both mechanisms are important for hormone action. Now let me explain the regulation of hormone secretion. Hormone secretion is regulated by feedback mechanisms. There are two types: negative feedback and positive feedback. Negative feedback is the most common. It maintains homeostasis. When a hormone level rises, it inhibits further secretion. For example, thyroid hormones inhibit thyroid-stimulating hormone secretion. When thyroid hormone levels are high, thyroid-stimulating hormone secretion decreases. Positive feedback is less common. It amplifies a response. For example, oxytocin during childbirth. Oxytocin stimulates uterine contractions. Contractions stimulate more oxytocin release. Positive feedback continues until the stimulus is removed. Feedback mechanisms regulate hormone levels. Now, let me explain the importance of hormonal coordination. Hormonal coordination is important for several reasons. First, it regulates growth and development. Hormones control growth from childhood to adulthood. Second, it regulates metabolism. Hormones control energy production and utilization. Third, it regulates reproduction. Hormones control sexual development and fertility. Fourth, it maintains homeostasis. Hormones regulate water balance, temperature, and blood sugar. Fifth, it responds to stress. Hormones prepare the body for action. Sixth, it regulates mood and behavior. Hormones affect emotions and behavior. Hormonal coordination is essential for health. Now, let me explain the differences between hormonal and nervous coordination. Hormonal coordination uses chemical signals. Nervous coordination uses electrical signals. Hormonal coordination is slower. Nervous coordination is faster. Hormonal coordination has long-lasting effects. Nervous coordination has short-lived effects. Hormonal coordination is widespread. Nervous coordination is localized. Both systems work together. They coordinate body functions. They are both essential for survival. Now, let me give you sample exam questions. Define hormonal coordination. Hormonal coordination is the regulation of body functions by hormones. Name the major endocrine glands. The major glands include pituitary, thyroid, adrenal, pancreas, ovaries, and testes. State the function of the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland controls other endocrine glands. Explain the role of insulin. Insulin lowers blood sugar levels. Explain the role of adrenaline. Adrenaline prepares the body for stress. Distinguish between hormonal and nervous coordination. Hormonal coordination uses chemical signals. Nervous coordination uses electrical signals. Let me summarize. Hormonal coordination is the regulation of body functions by hormones. Endocrine glands secrete hormones. The pituitary gland is the master gland. The thyroid gland regulates metabolism. The adrenal glands respond to stress. The pancreas regulates blood sugar. The ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone. The testes produce testosterone. Hormones act through receptors. Secretion is regulated by feedback mechanisms. Hormonal coordination is essential for growth, metabolism, reproduction, and homeostasis. Practice these concepts. When you have them down, move to topic 8.